Hey guys, welcome back to the Lucy Show. Hope you guys are all doing well. I miss you guys. It's been like 2 days that I haven't been on the stream, and even though I'm not on this channel all the time, considering this is my second channel, I did miss it and I missed you guys. So if you enjoy my videos, as usual, make sure you're subscribed to the second channel of mine. Ring that notification bell to know whenever these live streams begin, and always destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hi, there's Six Lens. Oh my god, I can't believe you're here right now. I thought that these streams were too late for you. How are you here? All right, so let's get started. I have a bunch of random stuff to talk about. Just in the course of like, I guess 2 days not doing streams. Obviously, I have some type of a flu or sickness that's been going on for like over a week now. I think I'm good. I've been like drinking Dayquil for like 5 days in a row, and I cut it off because it says on the back that you can only drink it for like 7 days, and then I did 5, so I'm like, okay, I'm good. Plus, I lost my voice yesterday, and usually, like, whenever I lose my voice, if I'm sick or anything like that, it's like near the end. So I feel great right now, aside from the fact that my voice is still like hoarse-ish. It was worse yesterday, but I still did not stop me from like making a couple videos here and there. I made like a kumquat drink video because my friend taught me to like cook up kumquat and honey. It's like an orange looking thing. You'll see my video on the main channel. But yeah, it's like something whenever like I'm not allowed to do something, it makes me want to do it even more. So I end up like making a gazillion videos today, shorts and stuff like that. Or I try to make a bunch of videos, but I'll upload it tomorrow or whatever. Yeah, when I'm told I can't or I can't do something, I just end up doing like a thousand things. But I'm still like off. Like I don't know what this is. This is like some weird flu thing where at first I was like congested on my chest, and then I lost my voice. I didn't really, oh, I had a couple of migraines here and there, and then now my wrist, for no reason, I woke up this morning and my wrist is like in pain. It feels like I sprained my wrist when I didn't do anything with my wrist. So now I'm putting on Tiger Balm. I don't know if you guys know what this is, but I'm like addicted. Not health advice, entertainment purposes only. But it's called Tiger Balm. And I usually like if I need to wake up. You're supposed to put this on like muscles and sprain stuff, but like I'll take a little bit if I need to wake up and I'm like I feel like drowsy. I'll put it on like my temples and like right above my lip, and then I'll just like wake right up. Like button smash. Hi there, Zombie Doge Army. Welcome. Cool. Depp is back, Henry says. Yes. So let's get into Johnny Depp. I'm so freaking happy because last time we were talking about how like Margot Robbie, well, I think she's in a lot of movies coming up. Margot Robbie is like one of my favorite actresses. I fell in love with her ever since Wolf of Wall Street. And honestly, Birds of Prey, I liked her in that too. She's a really talented actress. So Margot Robbie is going to be in Barbie, the future Barbie movie, and she's going to be in the upcoming new Pirates of the Caribbean. And I had said how awesome it would be if Jack Sparrow could be a part of that, but I thought that ship had sailed. But guess not, because thanks to Steven Steele, I saw it on his Twitter first. And then I'm now reading this off of cinemablend.com. It says, it was alleged that Johnny Depp had not only signed on to play the role of madcap pirate Jack Sparrow, which is like just rumors right now, but that he has also being paid $301 million to do so, which is wild. If you remember the trial for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I didn't really know how much these different actors and actresses really got paid. But for Aquaman 1, so 2018 Aquaman, the first one, where she was casted as Princess Mira, she only got paid like $2 million for that role. And then for the upcoming Aquaman 2, I think she's getting like 4 mil or 5 mil tops or something like that. But that's all she's getting paid. Johnny Depp, if he's actually getting paid $301 million for this Jack Sparrow role, is mind-blowing. That means he makes 100, almost 100 times more than what Amber Heard made for the Aquaman leading female role. I don't know what Aquaman like got. Hopefully like at least 20 million, but that's wild that she got 2 million for the first Aquaman leading female role, and he's getting 300 million. Not saying he doesn't deserve it. If they can pay him for it, I'm sure they will. Disney's got a lot of money. Is Tiger Balm made from tigers? Zombie Doge Army? No, it's not. I wouldn't be able to afford it if it was made from tigers. Also, that probably wouldn't be right. It's just like really minty. Um, Here, I should probably add this to my health playlist on the main channel, but since I love you guys, you will see this first. It's just like an ointment. It's like a clear ointment, but like it's super minty. Definitely stay away from children and don't touch the eyes after you've put your fingers in these. But I'm really used to it, so it's not like I stick this in my finger afterwards. But it just makes me feel much better. What does it say it's actually for instead of what I'm using it for? It says, do not apply to wounds, damage, or irritated skin. Hold on. What is it actually for? Uses for temporarily relief of minor aches and pains of muscles and joints associated with simple backache, arthritis, bruises, strains, and sprains. So I am using it for the right purpose by Tiger Balm. I'm using it for my wrist because for some reason it's just sprung and I don't know why. Hunter E. Beetle Jr. says that's way too much, even if it's likely a $1 billion movie. I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean is a pretty big deal. It has been so old that I don't even remember anything from it. Like when I rewatched Top Gun, I still didn't watch Maverick yet. Don't ruin it for me. When I rewatched Top Gun on Netflix, it was kind of like watching a new movie too because it's been so long, but I still kind of could remember because it's just one movie, right? But this is all magical and mystical and stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that I totally forgot, so I'm definitely going to do a proper Pirates of the Caribbean marathon before watching the Margot Robbie one, which hopefully has Johnny Depp in it. But since we found out from Adam Aaron, CEO of AMC, saying that like finally Top Gun Maverick broke like 1 billion at the box office, I feel like if Pirates of the Caribbean made a comeback, if not actually 1 billion, it's got to be somewhere close because that's pretty iconic. I mean, I think there's still a ride, or there's many Johnny Depp like or Jack Sparrow characters or themes around Disneyland in California. And I definitely think that they're going to make a lot more money if they made one more movie on this, at least one. Wait, hold on. I like the smell of Tiger Balm, Zlatko says. I have a head cold right now, 6 lens. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Lucy, you are money hungry. Oh my God. Zlatko says, who wouldn't? 301 mil. I'll skydive for that money and I'm afraid of heights. Fun fact, 6 lines. I've never gone skydiving. I always thought I wanted to, but my mother, who I feel like I'm a lot more bold, let's just say, than my mom. She's very like zen and chill and not as brave as I am, but she's gone skydiving. And I'm like mind blown when I saw a picture of her skydiving. I'm like, what the why didn't I go yet? But I don't know if it's just because I'm getting old now. I wanted to go really badly when I was like a teenager, and then now I'm just like, what if I die? What is the probabilities of me dying? And if I die, then I won't be able to see Dogecoin to the moon. So I think I've gotten older, and now it's like I don't want to go as badly, but it is like, what are the things that I wanted to do on my bucket list? Now I'm just like, I want to do cruises. I want to do safe stuff. I want to travel the world slowly. Pirates came out when I was in high school. 6 Len says, I think, and I'm 34. Of course, it will break 1 billion. All the other movies are a woke up crap. Hi there, Slack. Sweet. Thanks. Let go. Wait, hold on. That's way too much, even if it's likely billion. Nails, nice nails, sharp Tiger Balm coincidence. Actually, so much coincidences, guys. So if you look at my title, it might look a little bit weird, and I'm gonna explain to you if this, like, I don't even know if this was a coincidence, but weird things constantly happen. So wait, hold on. Let me finish reading this one. It says 301 million to do so. The sources for the outlet claimed that Walt Disney Pictures was keen on continuing their relationship with the Oscar nominee now that the defamation case is done. However, Depp's rep has now put those rumors to rest with 4 words. This is made up. I'd say that the statement that was shared with NBC News via E! News is pretty clear. That initial report also contracted information that had been previously shared. Not only did the Alice in Wonderland alum previously mention that he was not eager to don his pirate boots again, but franchise producer Jerry Buckenheimer said that the actor was not being considered at this point and that the future of the series was undecided. During that same conversation, the veteran filmmaker also confirmed that there are two separate screenplays for Pirates movies that are currently in Disney's possession. One of those would supposedly feature a character played by Margot Robbie and would allegedly consist of a mostly female cast. Interesting. Robbie herself hasn't straight up confirmed her involvement, but the response she did give suggests that she's at least met with the studio about the proposed production. Oh my God, I really hope that she's in it. Pirates of the Caribbean fans have had mixed thoughts on the notion of Margot Robbie stepping in as the new lead. They prefer to see Johnny Depp continue as the main star, as evidenced by the petition to get him into a sixth installment. Oh, that's weird. Why would people be against Margot Robbie? She's great. I mean, I hope that they don't make Margot Robbie like the new Jack Sparrow, like, all drunk and stuff. I want her to play like a different character, like a cooler one, like one that's more unique and just kind of more self defined than like copying another character. I hate if when like you're trying to be gender neutral and stuff, and then you have movies where they're just literally considering redoing the same movie with the same plot, but just like the girl is now 007 or something. Like I see no point in that. I feel like if you want proper female empowerment and like allow a female to feel good, give her a new script, an awesome one that has nothing to do with a previous male character that's already, big shoes to fill. Six Len, thank you so much for joining Rubber Chicken YOLO Gang. I thought you were, but I guess, or maybe you're just joining this one now. But anyways, welcome. Thank you. That's what they were going to do, and I wouldn't be surprised if they killed him off in this show, Six Len says. Wait there. I'm gonna catch up to what you guys are saying. What's it do? Zombie Doge Army says, okay, all right, now you got it. Of course, Kairos came out. There are quite a few skydiving deaths near me from Stockton, California location, Henry says. What? No way. I don't really ever hear of any skydiving accidents. I mean, recently, I think I told you guys during one of my live streams that I've heard about a parasailing accident, but that's because the boater guy, like the guy who was on the boat, like literally cut off the line because I think they were crashing into a bridge or something. But I usually never hear about skydiving accidents or in California. That creeps me out. But I definitely, you guys do what you will with your lives. I don't plan on getting into any helicopter rides, skydiving, or bungee jumping. I've already done bungee jumping like multiple times, but I would never go with a company. Like I'll probably ask them. Hopefully they tell the truth. Try to do my own DD to see if there's ever been accidents. If there's ever even been one accident, I probably wouldn't want to join and wouldn't want to be a part of anything that they're using. But that's terrible. They do it in tandem. My older brother did it. I won't. Henry Vito Jr. says, yeah, seriously, like anybody who does it, it's really awesome. And like the videos that they get, like fly in the sky. But I guess you have there's like the second option, because I think in Vegas you could pay to like be in a building, like an enclosed space, and you're like floating as if you're skydiving, but you're just like, I don't know, being lifted up with like a bunch of air pressure. But then I feel like accidents could also happen to you doing that unless there's a harness at the bottom. Because I think there probably is a harness at the bottom, because once the air stops pressing up against you to lift you up and then you drop, you would die if there's any accident. So there's probably a harness. You could do that, I guess, if you're super interested. Not trying to be political, Kuma says, what do you think about Roe v. Wade? Oh, Kuma, you say, will you watch the Depp film? You mean like this one, Pirates of the Caribbean? Of course. I've actually been watching a whole lot more Johnny Depp movies since the trial. I feel like I never really liked him that much. I was like, okay, that's a dude from Pirates of the Caribbean and he's a famous actor. Didn't really care that much until seeing him on trial, and it just like made me want to watch more of his films. So yeah, I like Johnny Depp. I think he's a good actor. I mean, I don't know him personally. I feel like him and Amber Heard were both at fault in a very toxic relationship, but Amber, I'm still glad, ended up paying Johnny Depp. And on that part with the Roe v. Wade, you might want to look at my last video that I posted on here. That was like all 1 hour plus about Roe v. Wade and all my thoughts on it. But long story short, yeah, I'm not a political person. I just feel like this is so crazy that it is dividing our country in half. And there's like so much hatred all over the internet where I think this is a moment for outrage. If you're talking about like arguing with people who just don't understand and will not try to put themselves in another person's shoes, I feel like I'm more outraged about that. But in terms of being like, this is the worst thing that's happened in the last 10 years, I feel like there's a lot more worse things that happen because of the fact that in America, you can still get the abortions if you want to, but it's just going to cost you more. So again, more of a financial sad problem for people without a lot of money, because obviously you have a bunch of money, you can just fly wherever you want, do whatever you want, travel the world and watch a bunch of movies all day long. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, there's a lot of news lately. I heard that while we're on the topic, last one, Billy Joel from Green Day. I think I posted this on my Instagram story, so some of you guys might have seen, but he's renouncing. And he's like the first. There's a lot of celebrities that are pissed, right? Olivia Rodrigo. I think this was like some European music festival called Glastonbury or something. So she was all over the news for literally saying like F you. And she like called out the 5 Supreme Justices and was saying like how this is totally against freedom and she's super disappointed. And then she basically sang a song with Lily Allen, F you. It's a great song, long old song from Lily Allen. So they sang that together and I think they dedicated to the justices. That's all over the news. So like celebrities are all over the place, but Billy Joel went that extra mile to denounce, I guess, his US citizenship. So I guess he's not American anymore. And I don't know where he's going. I forgot. I think, did he say he's going to England or something? I don't know. I feel like, again, he's super rich, so he could go wherever he wants. I'll say this, don't women have like 9 ways to prevent pregnancy before the option to abort 6 lenses says? Yes. I mean, I don't even know 9 options. Where do you get 9 options? As a female, I know there's many ways to prevent. And for males, there are 2. But I think one thing, and I've already talked about this, the unfairness in society, and I think that's where a lot of women are coming from, is the feeling of maybe being underappreciated or not being valued enough and just having men do more of the rule making and talking just pisses off a lot of women. I think it's also like a lot of that anger coming out because let's be real here. No matter how we're going to argue about this, men are just not put into that position of like, hey, why don't you get a vasectomy? Like, there's always talks with like relationships, I feel like, where the blame is always on the female. Like, why aren't you using protection? Why aren't you taking your birth control pills? It's always more of a thing that females have to do versus men. It's not much conversation, I feel like, with many people I know that's like, oh, is your man getting a vasectomy so you should stop getting abortions? Not really, right? Like, people don't really want to talk about that. Wow, chill VHS, some of those original tapes breaking records. Oh, hi there, Children Chillity, Tara, Our Body, Our Lives. Tara says, my daddy has the thing VHS. The graphics for that time is pretty cool. I still have a VCR to watch my Pokemon videos. What kind of Pokemon videos are you watching? And I mean, is Pokemon not on YouTube or something? I feel like YouTube has the oldest thing, so it should be on YouTube. And I feel like Pokemon's also on Netflix. But speaking of Netflix, guys, okay, so I'm gonna tell you how weird this was. I basically went down a weird rabbit hole because sometimes you're like scrolling through Twitter and then a random celebrity news pops up. So yesterday when I couldn't speak, in the morning, I was just like randomly looking at Twitter, and then I randomly saw this Tom Cruise piece that popped up. I think it's because everyone's talking about Tom Cruise with Top Gun doing well, whatever. And then you guys know about Tom Cruise and Scientology, right? If you don't know, here it is. So, wait. Tom Cruise's PR coup from wacky Scientologist to Top Gun, Golden Boy by NewYorkPost.com. All right. So I'm not making this up. If you type up Tom Cruise and the word Scientology, you're going to see a lot because he pretty much was like the spokesperson for Scientology. He's into it. It's like, I don't know, a whole church thing and everything. I actually have a funny story about Scientology. I actually went into a Scientology building before, just not knowing what the heck I was going into. And they were like, oh, you should take a survey. You should take a test. And this was like a few years back. And I'm like, okay, sure. I'm like, I was wasting time. I was waiting to meet up with my friends. I took the Scientology survey and it took me 1 hour to complete. There were so many questions. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. I already started. So I'm just going to keep going. It was like this insanely long survey. And I answered so many questions like, what if this happened to you? What would you do? What type of personality do you have? Blah, 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 blah. And then after I answered it, they had this person sit down with me. And then they were like, okay, we really highly, they weren't trying to get money from me. I was scared they were trying to get money from me, but no, they weren't. This guy actually like seriously talked to me, and he was like, look, you have like this, I forgot so many years ago, but basically he was telling me like I have this like intense personality where I'd be like easy to get into trouble, and then I should seek their help. Like they should help me out. They'll like tell me what to do in my future paths and all that. But obviously I have to like join them and like spend time with them. And I was like, thank you, I'm good. And I like took my, I think they might have given me a piece of paper. I don't know where that went. And then I went and told my friends about it. I was like, oh, so this is what I did for the last hour when I was waiting for you girls. So yeah, that's pretty much my only experience with Scientology. But I know that it's like people call it a cult, but it's like you either believe it or you think it's like, doesn't make sense. I would say that their survey wasn't off. Like I do have a very intense personality. I do agree with that. But either way, so yesterday I was reading this random thing about Tom Cruise, and it was starting to talk about like Scientology and how I didn't know he was married and divorced like 3 times, because I knew he was with Katie Holmes. And then recently I found out that he married Nicole Kidman, actress, and then they divorced as well before he met Katie Holmes. So this article, again, do your own DD, entertainment purposes only. This is just this random long article that I saw through Twitter. But who knows if it's telling the truth or it did its DD to get all the information straight. So you do your own research. But I was reading it, and it led me down this crazy rabbit hole of finding out that Tom Cruise was married like 3 times, divorced 3 times. And the wild thing is that they were saying how like Nicole Kidman didn't like Scientology, and like that's one of the reasons that maybe rumors say that they broke up or divorced. And then how Scientology, like the Scientology people might have supposedly rumored to have handpicked Katie Holmes to be Tom Cruise's wife, but then how like in the end though it didn't work out and Katie Holmes still divorced him, or maybe vice versa. I don't know, but it's just crazy because the article had brought out the number 33, and they were like, every time Tom Cruise divorced a female that he was married to, they were at the age of 33. And I was like, that's so strange. And they were saying how like 33 is like a special thing. And then that's it. And I just stopped reading the article, but I just remember the number 33. And I was like, strange. What a coincidence that he like gets a divorce with a female like at the age of 33. Like, what do you know? Strange. So then I ended up like at nighttime, because again, I couldn't do streams or whatever, was just watching random Netflix stuff. I actually watched this random Netflix movie called Love and Gelato. Recommend to anybody who likes cheesy chick flick rom-com stuff. It wasn't the greatest. I honestly give it like a 5.5 out of 10, but it was cheesy. I love like Roman Holiday, Audrey Hepburn. I like that type of like movies, like anything featuring Rome, because I really want to go back to Rome. So I watched it. No regrets, but it was like a 5.5 for me. Wait, hold on. John Carp movies were so cool. The Thing was great. Halloween 2. Hey Lucy, chat fam, Margot can play his daughter. LOL. Chility says. Like Jack Sparrow's daughter. Interesting. That'd be really funny. They could like he could still be in the movie, and then Margot Robbie could show up as the daughter. That's what they were going to do. Wait, hold on. Oh, like Six Lines. Are you saying that they might kill off Jack Sparrow in the beginning of the movie? I hope not. Dark Harbinger is a legend. The Breakfast Club and 16 Candles are epic, Six Lines says. I've seen Breakfast Club, but I've never watched 16 Candles. I feel like I might have seen an Instagram post of 16 Candles. It's probably also like a very old movie with one of the girls, I want to say, that I recognize with the short hair, and she was like the rich one with the earrings. It was she and the 16 Candles. I feel like I've seen something like that on an Instagram post, but I've never watched it. All right, I'll check it out. Yeah, let's not talk about Roe again, please. Zombie Doge Army says. Yeah, I think you guys get enough of that on the news. He will be an English idiot, Henry Beadle Jr. says. American idiot. Wait, hold on. You're weird, Henry. We could be friends. Zombie Doge Army says. I think most of you guys in here are weird, to be honest. but that's fine because I'm weird. Lucy can't be put under mind control winning, Miles Connor says. I felt bad about Katie Holmes' breakup. He seems so happy with her. Stellar Canacoin says. I don't I don't know what happened, but like, these articles, I feel like what I hate about like Facebook and like just articles I see on Facebook or Twitter or like really any social media is like, if you think about the monetization aspect, that people are just trying to drag things out. Not me though, not me. So smash that like button if you enjoy my videos. But like when I see random stuff pop up on like Facebook or like Instagram, mostly like Facebook, I feel like they do this trick where like they'll show you videos and they'll just like drag it on. And sometimes it's just so good. I don't know why I'm even watching it. Yesterday, I watched this like the most random thing ever. It was like this girl in a bridesmaid dress, and then she was like holding flowers and then putting like food coloring into her roses and then a bunch of flour. And she's like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. She's like, I'll show you something like no one's ever seen before. And I just kept watching it for like no reason. It dragged on for like 3-4 minutes. Then I just felt really dumb after. But anyways, so these articles nowadays are the same thing. They just talk about so much BS that has nothing to do with anything. And then in the end, you read it and you realize, okay, I'm not even sure if any of this was real. But anyways, so they were saying how like Katie Holmes, again, I don't know if it's true, do your own DD or talk to Katie Holmes, but it says in the article that I was randomly rabbit holing into yesterday through Twitter that Katie Holmes like blindsided Tom Cruise on the divorce. So like he didn't really know that she was gonna like do it. But I don't know. They did look happy there for a moment there. But I feel like all people who get married, like you have to be happy at one point, or else it's like, why do this? Nothing beats popping in the tape and watching Pokemon old school. Lucy Children Chili says the feels, bro. Wait, chill. How would you even understand popping in the tape? Aren't you like 20 years old? The Scientology Club, Chase Nicole Kidman, Zako says. Was it Nicole Kidman? There's like a meme with like Nicole Kidman going like this, and then she was like so happy. And they were saying like that's her leaving the divorce, leaving the divorce, or like leaving the law firm after getting a divorce with Tom Cruise. Again, do your own DD. I see tons of memes out there, and I'm not sure which one is true. Hey, I by ApeCoin Haruhi. Tom Cruise has only one front tooth. Miles Connor says, "What? I did not know that. I mean, it doesn't look like that. On what's it called? Top Gun. Maybe they gave him some veneers or fake teeth. I don't know, or Photoshop that in. Zombie Doge says, I have a vasectomy. Good for you, Zombie Doge. I don't know for what reason, but you do you. Prince of Darkness was pretty good. Never seen it. Wow, Chovich, some of those. Hold on. Lucy, they killed Robert Downey Jr. off because he made way too much money playing the role. Look at how much he made with just playing a cameo in Spider-Man, Six Lenses says. What? You're telling me that they killed him in Avengers Endgame because he made too much money? That's crazy though. But I feel like if he makes so much money because people want to see him, no? So doesn't it make sense for these like, I don't know, production firms to continue to use somebody that people want to see? Strange. That's very weird. But I feel like killing him off made the most sense because like he just was so close to death multiple times. So it's like, I don't know. We should have seen it coming. He was so close to death. Like if you think back to like the first movie, he should have died, right? Like when he flew into the wormhole and then like blasted them with was it a nuke? But yeah, it's just he should have died. So I feel like it made the most sense, and it was kind of a poetic death, but also super predictable that he died in Endgame. Sorry if I'm ruining it for you. I was hanging out with the feature creators at a party that I snuck into. Everybody have more than 100 million subscription, like 100 of them. Eric, the Dream Giver, welcome, Eric, the Dream Giver. Nice, that is so cool. I've never met any single human being in person with 100 million subs. You mean like 100 million subscribers on like YouTube? I've never even met anybody with like 3 million subscribers on YouTube. But I'll let you guys know if I could ever catch me, Kevin, and then ask for a selfie together. I got 300 plus subs today. To the moon, Eric the Dream Guy. Congrats. Awesome. Guys, show some love to my community member, Eric the Dream Guy. He also has a YouTube channel. So for those of you guys that have YouTube channels, feel free to let people know and also check your page out. Hi there, Bardistas. I'm studying John Hughes films for my job. The man is responsible for the coming of age movie Blueprint, Bardista says. I definitely know who you're talking about. Seen a couple movies from him for sure. Watch 16 Candles. Great movie, Henry Beadle Jr. says. Okay, cool. I was running out a little bit of movies to watch, so I'll definitely check that out. Okay. All right. Hey there, Alan. All right. Enough going off of my thing because I feel like I'm going to talk forever and I'm trying to save my voice. So I music on my YouTube channel. Six Lens says, nice. Check out Six Lens for his music on YouTube as well. Okay. All right. All right. So I talked about how I went down this rabbit hole and realized that I guess Tom Cruise Scientology number 33 is related to the fact that he's, I guess, divorced at least 3 women, all his marriages, I guess, when the females hit the age 33. And then at nighttime, I watched this random thing on Netflix, and you can watch it too if you want to. It's called The Unexplained with William Shatner. And I guess it talks about like a bunch of mysteries, but I just skipped. I didn't watch all of it. It was my first time watching this series. There's like a whole bunch of weird stuff, but I decided to watch specifically the one that talks about the pyramids because I've always been curious about like Egypt. I really want to go and like pyramids. So I hit the one where it talks about, I think it's like unexplained structures or mysterious structures. And it was like crazy because it led me down this other unexplained situations that I never knew about in life, which I highly recommend if you guys are like into that stuff. I think it's cool to watch that specific episode. Some other ones are about ghosts and stuff. I'm not sure if I believe in it or want to watch those, but definitely the structures one. Highly recommend. But anyways, it started to talk about an unexplained thing where if you search Loretta Chapo, it's in New Mexico. It's a church. There's a church apparently in New Mexico called the Loretta Chapel. And apparently, many years back, before they had the internet, or I guess even like maybe books written about the situation, there's like this church where there's like a bunch of sisters there, and they were trying to build a staircase for the church. And I guess they kept trying to look for people to build a staircase, but they couldn't. And then they started praying supposedly for, the staircase to be built. And then one day, as they say, some guy showed up and was like, I will build the staircase. But then his demand was that he wanted to build it alone and that nobody could watch him build the staircase. And then apparently, after he finished building the staircase, people like couldn't find him anymore. And when people try to research like what materials he used to build the staircase, apparently it was like a spruce tree, but like it was like a material that's not supposed to be found on Earth or whatever. And this guy made a staircase that was like multiple twists, and it stands on its own without any screws or like nuts and bolts, which is insane for that period of time when the technology was not that good. And he did it by himself. So I guess that is like the myth and the mystery of it. And then they mentioned how specifically on those steps, like on the stairs, there's 33 steps. And in this like TV show, The Unexplained with William Shatner, so this specific episode talking about this church and the staircase, which can hold like so many people on it and so much weight, and it doesn't collapse after all these years. It's so strong, and like normal people cannot just easily create this. But there's 33 steps, and they were mentioning how this is like the Lord's number, and how 33, I didn't know this, but apparently the number 33 is like a sacred number because that's like the year of Jesus, like 33 years old. I didn't even search this up. It says Jesus died at age of 33. So I guess like it's all like a big mystery. But anyways, let's move back to Tom Cruise. And then I ended up like just continuing to watch the rest of it, and it was just like so strange how many weird things that occur around the world it eventually started to talk about Egypt and the Great Pyramid and how like, well, everyone I already know that it's a mystery that the Great Pyramids, everyone questions like how the heck did they do it? Because there's no way they would have been able to like have such good technology back then to create it. But I used to think growing up when I was young, like teachers used to say that pyramids are just to like house the mummies. So it's kind of like just a tomb for mummies. That's what I used to think as a kid. But then growing up now, I'm hearing stuff like, oh, it's not actually a tomb. There's no mummies actually in the Great Pyramid, and people are like trying to figure out what the pyramids are actually made for. So the theory in this Unexplained with William Shatner, they're saying that the Great Pyramids might have been used to like take the natural energy from the ground and conduct something like maybe into the air, like more energy outwards. So like apparently there's shiny material on the top tip of the pyramid that's found, and they believe it like conducts energy from the ground. And then they talked about how like Nikola Tesla tried to basically, people think that he tried to recreate the pyramids in a sense because he was trying to build a structure really really tall, like the height of the pyramids, but he didn't have enough funding, so he couldn't do it exactly that high. But like when people look back at what Nikola Tesla was doing, they found that it was really really similar to the possible energy fields and like what the pyramids might have been trying to do. So yeah, highly highly recommend you guys watch it. There was some weird too. The people who found King Tut's tomb all had mysterious deaths soon after. Yeah, I did hear about that one. There was also a blackout when they found the tomb. That could have just also been like, like curses and whatnot. There's 33 steps, and right at the top stands a divorced Tom Cruise. Bartista says, Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu. Yes, I heard Machu Picchu is also like has a lot of history to it. Oh, I can't believe I didn't go. I've been, I think that's like Cancun, Mexico. I've been, but at the time I didn't know that it existed, so I didn't go. Definitely need to revisit Cancun just to go there. At Chill, I still have my Pokemon Snap and 64 game. Oh gosh. And Nintendo 64 is the best. Highly, seriously agree. Tesla basically would have gave us wireless power grid. LOL Cancun. LOL sorry. Lucy. Am I saying it wrong? Don't make fun of the way I talk. That's the show I saw. Zombie Doge Army says, agree about Mayans. The Incas were cool too. Machu Picchu. I think Easter Island is just crazy. Haruki says, who built giant heads on an island and what for? I watched an episode on Loretta Chapel. Those stairs are amazing. Okay, then we watch the same episode. And there's so many other cool parts to it, guys. I'm not going to ruin it for you. There's like more surprising things in that episode of like mysterious other structures that are around the world. And I doubt that they talked and touched upon everything. There's probably so much more. Six Len says, I can agree with Tara that to be fair, Robert Downey Jr. fell off and came back with the Iron Man role. And look what happened. So you have to admire the comeback. Oh, I love the pyramids, Easter Islands too. Who made those? You Bardistas. I do not think there is no such thing as garbage. There is just a thing as very, very different tastes in shows. But I do like to watch very, very different movies and TV shows. Yeah, and I would give them very different ratings. But nonetheless, I always take something away from each show. Chill, you should onto your GBA. It's one of your few handheld consoles that's held its value. Robert Downey Jr. wants to ride on Johnny Depp's fame. Tara says, how do you ride on Johnny Depp's fame? Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for the best time and allowing me to, again, word vomit upon my live streams. Just talk about a bunch of stuff that I found interesting in the last 24 hours. Thank you, Zombie Doge Army, for the sticker. Much appreciated, guys. Mario Kart 64 6 Len says, yes. I would say my favorite, and I'd love to hear from you guys what your favorite Nintendo 64 game is. But for me, it's Super Smash Bros. Wait, actually, no. Mario Party 2, Super Smash Bros, and Mario Kart. Those are my three favorites. Unbeatable. Just I can go months without playing anything else than just that. Donkey Kong. Should I buy ApeCoin? Good night. Good night. Gin. Tara says, what? Are you drinking gin right now? I take pics all day. Magic Herb was tough AF. Are you talking about like actually catching Magikarp? Because I remember that through the phone. Tesla is a genuine unsung genius. He is virtually responsible for our entire modern world of electronics. Yeah, I actually like after watching that episode, I like searched up Nikola Tesla and I I mean, it says that he's made like they call him the man who invented too much. Like I guess there's just like such a wide variety of stuff that he's created. But there's like this sad little quote that I found. Hold on, let me see if I can find it again. That he said that was kind of depressing. Okay. So he says apparently, be alone. That is a secret of invention. Be alone. That is when ideas are born. Again, I don't know if he was ever, like married or had a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever it is. I don't know. But it seems like he's pretty happy being alone. And that's cool. That's cool. I kind of like find that it's a little dark, but at the same time, maybe that is how he was capable of creating so much. So I feel like back in the day, like if you maybe had a family or maybe like a bunch of kids, you might have like other things on your mind. You probably wouldn't be able to like spend that much time of dedication to like all these great inventions like he did. But it is kind of like a bittersweet quote, but I kind of agree with it. Same as Newton, they say Tesla died a virgin. Kuma says. Well, I don't know. How would I feel like that's something really we would have to know the people or like find a secret diary from him. Otherwise, no way. Beethoven, Seller says. Why is that another one that said that it's better to be alone? Machu Picchu, I can spell, is in Peru. Lucy, Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu. I think I'm saying it right. I can't spell it either. Yes, in Peru. Oh, okay. I'm mixing it up. Thanks, Alan. Okay, so Machu Picchu is in Peru. Okay, I didn't see that one. Then the other thing is in Cancun. Oh, Itchin something. Yes, I forgot how to say it, but it looks like pyramids. Itchin something. I can't. Okay, Peru is that one that I just Machu Picchu. Chensa? I think that's the one in Cancun. Chitzen Itza. Yes, whatever that one is. I can't. Itchin in the kitchen. Can't, guys. But thanks, Alan, for correcting me. I was totally going to keep saying that it's in Cancun. Chitzen Itza. Chicken Itza. It's a chicken. Let's see, what is your feeling on Drake? I'm talking about his album, Six Lenses. Honestly, I have not listened to Beyonce or Drake's full album. I honestly just have been listening to the short clips that are featured when I was scrolling through a bunch of reels on Instagram and TikTok. So I've been hearing both of their songs. I would say for both Drake and Beyonce's release, not my favorite from either of them, but still a smash. I could see why it's still really, really popular and a bunch of people are putting it into their videos. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this stream. I gotta go and maybe watch more mystery stuff or I don't know, watch 16 Candles or something. So I'll come back to you guys soon, promise. Be on my main channel tomorrow. Take care. Yes, pizza, chicken, hurrah. Though many Americans say chicken, pizza, chicken. No, they don't. The summer solstice was just a couple days ago. All right, take care. Chicken short. Bye, guys.